Hello again, everyone. Let's talk more NX now, shall we? Because why not? It seems to be all the rage, what everyone likes to talk about. So Iwata talks briefly, apparently, about the NX and says it will delight and surprise consumers. Now, first of all, it's kind of funny how they're just like, we're not saying anything about it till next year, and then, no real blockbuster news has been said, but at the same time, Nintendo keeps bringing it up, the term NX, and briefly mentioning its existence, and it's like, just shut up about it already. But anyway, um, and this is from Nintendo's Investors Q&A, which is available to read in English. Blah blah blah. Um, Iwata says a fair bit about the console without actually revealing very much, which is kind of contradictory, but whatever. Um, One of the interesting things is that he believes the NX will surprise and delight consumers. Well, he also uses the word magic. First of all, that's what they say with every console. That's what happens is, ooh, it surprises us because it's something new. Unlike Sony and Microsoft, where it's just more power, more graphics. Um, no doubt the system will be unlike one we've ever seen before. Yeah, that's pretty much guaranteed. Um, but whatever, let's just read into this. Since the word NX has been mentioned, please let me elaborate. When Nintendo announced the collaboration with DNA on March 17th of this year, I mentioned that Nintendo is currently developing a new dedicated video game system codenamed NX. Right there, dedicated video game system. This was already revealed before, but there's people out there who are being stubborn little bitches and saying, like, we don't know if it's an actual console or if it's like, virtual reality or if it's, quality of life, and it's like right here, dedicated video game system. And this does not mean there's people saying, oh, that means it's a home console guaranteed. No, a video game system, the 3DS is a dedicated video game system. The Wii U, a dedicated video game system. They're all systems. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't confirm whether it's a handheld or a console right now, or a home console. Anyway, the reason I mentioned this was at that time there was more than a certain number of people that thought that Nintendo would give up on the dedicated game system business and should take that path. In addition, oops, I messed that up. And concentrate on smart device application development, or that Nintendo should take that path. In addition, such tone could be seen frequently through the media. I felt it was necessary to communicate that Nintendo is not pessimistic about the future of the dedicated game system business, but rather more and more eager to continue it. On the other hand, details on the new platform essentially should come later. This is because the entertainment business has an aspect where there is value in surprising consumers. It is not convincing enough to the consumer if we describe how the magic works before actually showing it to them and then expecting them to be surprised or delighted, although whether you show it to us now or whether you show it to us later, it'd be a surprise. Um, Although if you said, news is coming next year and then surprise, today you revealed it, that would be a bigger shock factor too. Not saying do that, don't do that, but either way. Having the element of surprise or doing the unexpected is the premise for introducing new ideas and having them welcomed with surprise. Um, that is why I've been repeatedly saying that the next news on NX will not be announced during 2015, but will be announced in 2016, which means E3. Nevertheless, since NX has news value, when I am interviewed on various occasions, I am asked about it almost every time. I will not share details on NX today, but with regard to the launch of Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, not necessarily having progressed well, and not acquiring sufficient support from software publishers, we intend to offer NX through a Nintendo-like solution. Now, first of all, I don't know what he's talking about with the 3DS. Yeah, it started off rocky for 4 months or so, and then just shot off to the fucking moon with Mario Kart 7 and Mario 3D Land and Ocarina of Time and whatnot, just shooting it off to the moon, and it's become a global juggernaut. The Wii U, yeah, that's a different story. That's kind of a. It's like, what's a good way to describe it? It's not that I would say it's a dead console. It's basically the special kid who, is different than everyone else, and everyone's like, ugh, don't hang out with that guy. He's a weirdo, or something's off about him, and no one wants to hang out with him. That's basically what the Wii U is. It's something new, it's something unique, it's something different, but everyone's trying to like stay the fuck away from it because they're like, oh, cooties, something like that. But anyway, I don't know really what they mean by saying we intend to offer NX through a Nintendo-like solution. What is a Nintendo-like solution? I don't know. Thank you for understanding that we are making various considerations and preparations in order to avoid what has happened with the previous generations. Well, I'll believe it when I see it, and when they talk about magic, Remember when the Wii U was shown at E3 2011? Well, the controller, and they showed off that Japanese garden demo with the fish? Everyone was like, ooh, that looks amazing, it's magical. It's going to be the same thing. Don't get your hype up, don't get your excitement up, and of course, that's going to do it for this video. Come back for more. We'll see you then.